Hello, people of my garage. Welcome back. Hang on, let me move my mic. You know the routine. I always forget until now. We are back, and I got to say, I just had one of the longest freaking loading times I have ever seen in any game getting into this game today. And I don't know if it's a change they did or if I just need to start over or something's went wrong. I don't really know. I don't really talk to the curators or anything like that. So, I don't really know. But we'll keep going anyways. Last we did the front end. We got our engine running. We have all the commodities to make our vehicle go. Except for brakes. We don't have any brakes and we don't have any levers or anything like that either. So maybe we'll do that today. We talked about pulling our brakes apart from old vehicles a long time ago. Maybe we'll go do that and experience what it's like to recycle brakes in this game. I'm going to stop saying too many things about improvements on games and stuff like that. I've noticed just about everything I've said has become a reality in rear left. Not just this game, but a few different games, and I just feel like I give them too much for free. I'm a very creative person. It's easy for me to come up with ideas. It's easy for me to see the issues with games and make really good suggestions on how to fix them. But I feel like almost like these people should at least admit that they're getting their ideas from me. Otherwise, I'm not going to give them any more. I'm just not going to say anything else. I'm going to give them, actually, I'm going to give them just this one more bit of information of how to make this situation better. But you're going to have to stick around if you want to hear what I got to say. You're going to have to watch the whole video, folks. But we are going to talk about their last updates and if I think it's an improvement. Okay, so we're just going to pull these brakes out as we're doing this. If the pad looks good, we're going to pull it out, and then the garbage goes in the garbage. Anything good gets kept. And we're just going to go through all the brakes, and we're going to do this. And this is going to save us some coin. Those ones actually look pretty good, so we're going to save that. And we're going to separate them by rear and front. We'll see the front are a little bit bigger, so we'll sit the front ones over here. And we'll sit the rear ones over here. Okay? And then it's easy enough to kind of just pull them apart. And that's a good pad there. That's good pad. That's good pad. So yeah, do I think the last updates were good? I think some of them were good, but I think that the way that they changed the junkyard is that I haven't seen one car come in there damaged now. And I gotta say, a lot of the fun in this game was beating the damage out of really damaged cars and making them look like new. So, just to give you one more, you've taken the fun out of that, basically. Now it's not fun. So, think about that. Maybe you want to change it. Maybe you want to take this last freebie and use it. Maybe you don't. That's fine either way. As for improvements for the game, I think it's the obvious. What needs to be fixed the most in this game at this point is your multiplayer. Your multiplayer has never really been something that you can play more than a few minutes without, you might get an hour into your game, but you're never going to come back to it. Things don't line up. Things don't make sense. The background land doesn't line up. The roads don't line up. Yeah, sure, that's part of the challenge. But hey, if it's not fun, it's not fun. And that's what it is. A lot of people are never ever going to tell you the truth of that. And I know it's going to upset a lot of people that I said it. But I feel like sometimes you got to upset people to get them in the right place to understand the truth, right? And I understand it's personal. It's your game. You worked hard on it. You don't want anybody being mean about it. I get that. But that's the reality of the situation. And I have to deal with this a lot with my own stuff. Sometimes ideas don't work, even if you want them to. That's all garbage, I think. Yeah. Sometimes you have to redo things, too. It's just the way it is. It's, Depends if you want your game to be a timeless game or if you want it to be something that people think back and be like, well, that was okay, but I'll never play it again. Or if you want people to be like, yes, I would play that again today. That's a great game. And I think it's hard to see when you're working on, on your own stuff what other people are seeing, but there's some insight from my mind to yours. That's the last bit I'm giving because it's not only this game, and I don't blame anybody. Like it's hard to really get an honest perception on your game where somebody's not just trying to rip on it. They actually do like the game and see the potential, but they're also honest enough to tell you the truth about it. That's rare in these days. So take it for what it's worth. But no, it's not the only game it happens either. I don't know if I should say. Another game I play, and you can check on my channel and have a guess if you want. They kind of do the same thing. It's another game that's kind of similar. It's in the same genre anyways, but I gave it a lot of advice. I've never really ever said, hey, Lord Fish, we appreciate your ideas. We're going to use some of these ideas. I don't want anything for it. I don't want them to pay me or anything. I'd just like them to say, yes, we hear you, and we used your idea, and not pretend like it was their ideas, basically. And I feel like this game, I have a lot of the same situation. I won't say specific things, but I make a suggestion, and then they're working on it as an update coming out soon. And maybe sometimes, like, we're all just thinking the same thing, and it's the obvious or something like that, but other times it's definitely not. It's the same in the other game. I just would like them to say, hey, Lord Fish, we watch your videos, and we appreciate your honesty, but I don't think that'll ever happen. Because to a game company, most game companies, they'd be like, no, we can't. We'll lose face if we do. But I don't think that's the situation. I just think that's how they're seeing it. Let's see what we got here. So front right, front left. So we got front right and front left. Are they both the right car? That's a Chad. Okay, so that's not the right car. But this one is. Let's hope we can get the other brake now. Front right. What was that one? Front right, front left. Yeah, that's it. And this is no good. You gotta be careful with the cables. If they're white like that, that means they're about to go on you. And I really like how they gave them color codes like that to like indicate that they're frayed or worn. So there's a way to... Oh, my brakes just jumped on their own. That was weird. There's a way for you to have an idea if it's going to be okay or not. So let's throw these puppies on. I think they were the fronts. And I don't know why the fronts would be bigger. So maybe it's... Oh, no, it is the front. I was going to say, so maybe it's the back, but I think the backs would be bigger, but I guess I'm not seeing it right. I don't know. I'm no expert. I do like car stuff, and I do follow some car stuff, but I'm not going to be able to tell you how to assemble most automobiles and stuff like that. I've got an idea. I'm no expert by any means. So that's for a different car. What is this? Front or rear left? Okay, let's see if we got a rear right. Rear right. Now let's make sure that we have all the right pieces in there. Because this looks worn out. Let's get rid of this. Okay, what about you? Is that our front right? Front left, front right, front left. Okay, so there's a better front left. Let's just use that one. It's already got two good discs in it. And so there you go. We've recycled our brakes, and we've managed to put together a set with just recycled parts. And I'm sure we could probably even do another set. It's going to depend if it happens to match up or not, but sometimes you just don't have the right pieces, but it is nice when it does work, I'll tell you that. So, oh, there we go. We don't have a major brake cable, but we'll get to that. We haven't started our brakes really too much, so hopefully this is the other side and I did this right. I didn't get them all confused like I can do. And it'd be this side, right? Oh, don't push it, don't push it. Did I grab the wrong one here? Starting to look like it. Rear right? No, rear left. Darn it, I did get them confused. Okay. There must be a pad in the one side that I'm not seeing. There we go. It's just a piece of metal. That's why I wasn't seeing it. It's weird how brakes in reality, they can actually wear that way too, for they wear more than one side than the other. And it can be a problem with your master flow controller, I think it's called. And it's like, it's not pumping the fluid basically enough, so one side's gripping and the other side's not. And it can be the opposite too. It's gripping too much on the one side and not enough on the other side. Oh my god, stop rolling, you piece of crap. There we go. Brakes on. So that's one more thing we got done today. Let's take these out of here for now. I don't want to lose them. Does it have an e-brake? I wonder. Imagine it has a cable. It does. We have to pick an interior. Since we don't have one that we want to use out here, or anywhere, I think. And there's some pieces of a blue coupe. Maybe we can use the gears out of this one here, and we try to go for a blue one, or should we bother? And we'll need our screwdriver for the other piece, but we'll be able to set our e-brake, which will be nice. Am I pushing the wrong button here? I keep on trying to tighten it, but I wasn't pushing F. Sorry, my bad. I just tend to not look at my keyboard, so if something happens like that, I'm like, what's happening? I'm pushing it, I'm pushing it. Look down, Mr. Lord Fish. Make sure you're pushing it. Looks like that's a good dash too, so we might scoop that for a different car possibly. This is what I like to do mostly for fun when I'm done everything. Like, there's no way to really advance at this point until they do some more updates, which I'm sure they're doing things I suggested to them. But we'll see what they do, and hopefully they'll give us something else to do. But this is what I do in the meantime. I like to take parts off of one car, and then I fix the frame for the car, and then sell it after for a profit. And then I use profits to keep fixing the other cars. So hopefully you guys are alright with that. We'll do a few more things and we'll wrap it up for the day. But I've spotted some rust, and it's very unsightly. It just keeps on catching my eye every time I come back here. Don't know if it just happened or what the deal is. We'll fix that though as soon as I figure out where the pain is for this. We got a door to add. We're going to chop the roof and add a different roof, I think. Let's look at the value. Just over 10K now. Okay, we need seats. We need a door. And the seat in that thing was rotten, so maybe we'll take a few minutes to fix it up, try to sell the body. And we'll try to strip some more parts off of those vehicles and get rid of them, for we have room to pull in some new ones, and maybe we'll get the interior pieces we need. We could always take this as a backup and just use it for now too, so maybe we'll do that. Let's check this car. It's got 3 rust. Let's get rid of the rust and see what the value goes up to. Okay, that wasn't enough apparently. Allegedly. Okay, that's one other thing I don't really like is they changed the rust a bit, so it doesn't seem to come off as easy. It seems like you have to dig at invisible layers that you can't really see. And again, that might be more realistic, but do you really want to confuse new players that much when they're playing this game? That they can't understand because they've ground that area, so it should be good to them, right? It's just a thought, just a thought. And that's what I mean about being really logical. Like, try to think like a player would. Like, think about what it's like being your first experience, right? How easy is this for me to learn? How much frustration am I running into? It's one of their biggest issues when they did the job thing in the beginning. Is like, I tried over and over to do their jobs, but they would never give you enough information to know what was wrong, so you literally just have to kind of guess your way through it. And sometimes there'd be indicators like you'd see a bad part and stuff like that, and you'd be like, well, let's try changing this bad part, you know, and it would be that, and that's great. That's how you should do it. But a lot of other times, there wouldn't be any indicator. Like, you wouldn't see any bad parts necessarily, or they might just start to being to go, so they wouldn't have enough damage on them for you to be able to spot the issues that they're, you know what I mean? So then it becomes a guessing game again, and it's just not very good for anybody, to be honest. I'm sure, like I said, I know it hurts hearing this stuff, but that's the honesty in the situation. Not trying to hurt anybody's feelings, I'm just saying what it is. But then again, that's how I got banned from their freaking Discord, so... Oh, wait, that was their Steam page. Their Discord was something else. I get them confused. Anyways, I can't seem to get this last little bit of rust off, and here's a great example where everything but there looks clean. I can't find an angle that lets me grind in there at all, ever, so tell me, how do I clean that? And the Jesse's even worse. Like, you just cannot get to the rust area, so it gets frustrating because a lot of this stuff was better before, but then they made some slight adjustments and it seems worse now. Maybe it's the way that you focus or what you're looking at. I don't know. I don't know what they've done, but that's the reality. Still like the game. It's still good and everything, but it's definitely become a problem trying to get rid of rust. It's not so fun anymore, basically. It's more frustrating than anything. And maybe some of you guys disagree. Let me know in the comments if you think, like, well, no, I really enjoy trying to figure out where the rust is and getting rid of it. Sure, let me know. I'd love to hear about it. But I don't think there's going to be many of you. Some people do enjoy a good challenge, I'll give you that, you know. I do enjoy somewhat of a challenge, but I don't like going to like a mystery room here. Try to figure it out without any clues. Okay, I think I got that one. Let's look and see if we can spot the rest of the rust and start ripping off some parts as soon as we can get it kind of clean. There's some more there. Not quite all of it though. So guessing it's at the front end up here. But like I said, I've really been having a tough time trying to figure this crap out and get these things clean. Yeah, it's got to be there because there's still rust up there. We'll just, I don't know, wheel around and hopefully we'll get it somehow. Oh, I think we got it. Wait. Was that the right car? There we go. Yeah, we got it. Yay. Oh, man. But as you can see, it's a little frustrating either way. So think about it. Think about what you'd like to do. Maybe you want to change it. Maybe you don't give a crap what I think. Either way. I just thought I'd mention it. I'll stop mentioning things and helping you guys. I think that it's better you get there on your own anyways without me telling you so much. Oh my god. How did that happen? Get away from him. Get away from it. Alright, I do like how they're able to keep the cars separated even when they're so close, but let's pull some more crap off this car before we send it to the junkers. Now that's worth something, we should be able to get more than our money back. Let's pull the driver's seat out for now, for at least we can sit down in our vehicle and move it around if we need to. Make sure it drives. Then we'll have two perfectly running vehicles after. That'll be nice. Alright. Let's get this in, and we'll call it a video now. I don't know how long I've been going, but I'm starting to wonder if it's been too long, so I'll stop now. I need to pay attention to that stuff, but I never think to look at the time before I start a video. I just go, and then we're there. There you go. We can drive it. has no door or roof, but we can drive it. Oh, one more thing. Let's pull off these mirrors right before I go, because I'm going to forget to pull them off, and I'm going to end up selling it. And they're chrome, and I want them. So let's just take them. This is one of the things I like doing about this game. I like pulling parts off of old parts. Aw, man. We have no door over here. Oh, we'll take the door. Yeah. Oh, man. This is like a full-out door. Why don't we take that door, too? Yeah, this door is pretty good, too, though. Alright, we'll strip it. Hell with it. We'd have to repaint them too if we didn't. So we'll take the other door though. Alright, that's that. Let's go strip it a bit. This window thing is broken anyways, the roller upper thing, oddly enough. So the little window is here, so we just need the cover, I guess. It's better if we changed it like we did. We would have had to repaint it and replace the innards anyways, so. There we go. Working door, boys and girls. Okay, what else do we need? Let's take that tire, because I like the rim it's on. Use it for one of our other projects. Let's take that door. Pull it off. We'll make sure all the pieces are there for the innards, and we'll paint it. Do we still want that dash? There's a good exhaust there. There's a good radiator. Let's pull the radiator. The pipes are no good, but the rad itself's good. Kind of want to pull the engine. It looks like there's a good chunk, but we got a bunch of spare engines, so let's pull. There we go. Let's pull a steering. Always use a good set of steering. And that's useful for a few different cars. I kind of want the exhaust and everything off that, but I'm just going to leave it. It's a good gas tank, though. I'll take that. Bumpers. Yeah, let's take the bumpers. Then we'll throw this all on our lad that we're going to build, because we got a lad coupe, but we don't have a lad, so no front bumpers. Back window's cracked. We have a front window. Dash, and I think we're good. A lot of parts you probably don't want to take used, like the suspension is kind of dangerous to take used. A lot of the time it could be still broken and you're just not seeing it or something. But especially if it's a wreck car. But I think you're pretty safe in this game that most times it's not going to be the situation. Alright, I think we got everything we wanted from it. We could take some of the suspension and stuff, but I think that's good enough. Gone. Perfect. Alright, one more car bites the dust. Alright, so we did that. We stripped our parts. Let's pull them all inside so they don't get too wet. And we'll finish up this car in our next episode, and then we'll go into building our lad after, maybe. Unless I get another suggestion. I would like to do a Bart. I like it better than the Chad, to be honest. I don't like the Chad as much. But if you guys just want to see something built, let me know in the comments, and maybe I'll do it. I want to thank you all for joining me today and watching the video. I do appreciate you being here and checking it out. If you're interested in other things I do, you can check out my channel. I've got a bunch of videos there, including my own game, which is available on Steam. So if you'd like to check it out, I'd appreciate it. And we'll see you next time when we're back in my garage doing stuff, working on the cars, checking things out. Alright, bye-bye.